All right, let's go through every single pass play of the Dallas Cowboys. Well, not every single, most plays of the Dallas Cowboys versus the Bengals. And I want to show you what I saw with our offense, how Cooper Rush was used, the play calls that Kellen Moore called. First thing I want to talk about is the quick release. 1-2, drop back, and then off that drop back, he's throwing. Not always accurately, but a lot of times there's the throw. He's getting people on that one. He's got Lamb in stride. He hits that back foot, it's out. And I really like that. He might sit there a little bit, but he's got some time. But this is something that we'll see as just something he does over and over again. It helped us not take sacks or negative plays throughout the game. Let's talk a little bit through our play action stuff. This is the play action for the touchdown. You see we've got Ezekiel Elliott running here. Got these three guys who all bit pretty hard, and then you get a wide open touchdown there. Good stuff. Looks great. Here's another play action where we get a deep throw. This goes incomplete. It's a little bit long, but I like the long ball. Keeps the defense honest. This is an interesting play in that we have we run this a couple times in the game. So we have a play action. We have a tight end come down for the slower one. This receiver is pushing up, and then we have CeeDee Lamb sitting in the middle, just wide open right here. And that is looks like pretty good play design, a good play call for this defense. And Cooper Rush sees it, throws the ball on the run with some pressure, and delivers that there. Pretty good throw, catch. We actually run the same play. Not exactly, but pretty close, similar route design later in the game. And we have the running back coming out here to the flat, this receiver pushing up the sideline, and we're going to have CeeDee Lamb sit down in the middle of it here again. He's even got a cleaner pocket. Again, first down. I can see Cooper Rush is making his own decisions in it. So we can see on this play, he steps back and throws it to CeeDee Lamb pretty much immediately. And I'm pretty sure this is his decision, because if you look at the rest of the offense, you can see that they are firing out onto the linebackers. Usually when you see pass plays, these guys are stepping back instead of forward. And you don't want your offensive linemen to be stepping forward on pass plays. You can get penalties for offensive linemen down the field. But Cooper Rush is immediately throwing it out. You can even see Pollard doing a counter step. We got double team here, double team there, and Pollard being kind of like, what? And so you threw that out there. That was a second and 5. You get 5 yards. It's great. Here's another decision. This is just Cooper Rush getting that guy jump off sides. And so he's got a free play, throws it up there for Noah Brown, and his guy wins. That's good stuff. Cooper Rush, I think this is a play action, and he's going to look down the field. You've got CeeDee Lamb pointing towards the tight end route, saying like, hey, this right here is going to be open. I think if this is a speedster, Gallup maybe, that's probably the right move. You take that ball and you throw it out there. But with this safety coming over, I don't think he's going to be able to outrun anybody. And so he sees that. I think he sees the safety there. He doesn't like his options. And so what he does is he just runs it up, slides, and gets us a few yards, and we live to play for another down. All right, let's talk about some of the bad. Here is just a throw that is atrocious. I don't even understand how this is completed this bad. And to be honest, I see Dak Prescott do these too. And it's usually on these shorter throws, but it's just like this throw is at his feet and he's wide open and he's just like, he's right there. There's not really any pressure at the point where he releases it. I don't know. That was weird to me. Here we have this play to the outside, and that's fine, get that completion, but then we follow that play up with, the same concept, and it's almost picked off there. So that was not good on our offensive coordinator's part. Maybe there's some quarterback issues there as well. This is another one of those throws that's just out to that flat, and maybe that's a trend. That flat throw, maybe not his strength. He's got some time. He makes the decision. It's just such a bad throw that the dude guarding him dives 5 yards in front of him and still can't get to the ball. So maybe he's throwing that away. I don't know. It just looks pretty bad. And this is probably one of his worst decisions of the day. And we don't have much on the film on this one. It cuts off too early, but you can kind of see as we're going through this, he, first off, offensive line puts 2 guys on the ground, so that's great. But he's seeing CeeDee Lamb going to get into this gap here, but so is the safety, right? He's seeing that same thing. And so, see, the Cooper Rush puts it down low there, and that's all we get of that. I remember it's not picked off, but it's one that should have been picked off. But the Bengals make up for it on this next play. We talk about this. This is good, quick decision, although I don't like, this looks like he's throwing off of his, just like out of stance. It's a weird throw, but he's got it there, and when he catches it, we get the first down here, right? So we're there on the first down, and he fumbles it, and Bengals get the ball. So not super great. A good play as far as play design, good throw, good catch. Just anytime you got a turnover, it turns into a bad play, right? So this is a pretty great play on the defensive side of things, play call, I should say, and something that I think the Giants should probably look into doing, or any team that plays against a team that does a lot of these quick slants and stuff, or curls. You have your D end acting like he's going to rush in, and then putting on the brakes and going back out. And so when he goes back out, that ball is tipped and nearly picked off. And you can see this from the different angle. Again, ball comes out, there's the ball, and it gets tipped. It's got basically both hands on it and is unable to get the play or get the interception. I want to talk about just a few plays that I want to look more in depth on. So this play here is 3 wide receivers off to the left. At the beginning of the pre-snap read, you see you've got I think these are linemen or linebackers here and here over your running back and tight end. Corners on these guys and corners on these guys, and then your 2 safeties. So you got probably what is a man cover 2. After the post snap, you see that this safety comes back out here, and this safety comes down south to this 3 route, this route tree here. So we have our tight end pushing up and out. We've got a pretty quick out here. I think this is CeeDee Lamb. I'm not sure who this receiver is. And this receiver is going to push up. He's reading his eyes. And so what he sees is him looking at this, which, if they're playing cover 2, that's the right read. But he's jumping in on this route. However, at the same time, you have this guy with this breakthrough route here that I think is probably the best option for this. It's a low percentage play, I think, but this is the interception. Cooper Rush sees this and takes the ball down, and I can kind of see that this guy, he's jumping up and down because he thought he had the read on it. And so here's a look at that. I think part of the problem with this, I talked about it earlier, is it's either McGovern or Fiocco? No, that's not right. Farniak. He's getting beat so bad that basically there's a guy in his throwing motion that he can't step into the throw even if he wants the deep throw. And so he has to take it down, and then he gets sacked. This is a 3rd and 15 play, and I think this is a wonderful play call. It's a good screen. It's one of the few receiver screens I thought that we had that looked really good this season. And what you see here is we have these three who are going to end up being blockers, and CeeDee Lamb coming down the side. And then we actually even have a fourth blocker here, Ezekiel Elliott, coming up, and we've got these two receivers engaged. This receiver's got this guy, and the running back has this corner here. So if that ball is completed, I think you're looking at right here, Lamb with a gap right there to go through. And I think that's a first down, if not a touchdown. Maybe one of these guys can get him before he gets the touchdown with the right angle. The safety is blowing up. I think this is Fehoko right away. But if that play is completed, I think we have a touchdown, or at least a first down, and that would have been a 3rd and 15. So I want to say props to Kellen Moore on that play. This is that same play. The reason it's not completed, I should say, is the defensive tackle comes over here and bats the ball down. And that was 3rd down, and we are done with the series there. This is the 4th and 2 play in the first half that we should probably mention. I like this play design as well. At the time you're throwing the ball, right, the ball's out now. I think you've got a first down here. I think you've got a first down here. He's throwing it over the middle, and he's going to throw it back to this guy. He's got to throw it a little bit behind, and you'll see why on the other view, why he's got to do that. So you got this guy breaking in and this guy breaking in, and so the gap is here. But this is a completion for a first down, and so is this. Noah Brown does a good job of coming back for that ball, catching that with both hands, and getting first down for us. These are some of the screens I want to talk about. I saw this in the Bucs game, I think, too. Whatever we're doing for our screenplays, our wide receiver screenplays, they are reading them immediately. And I've seen this a few times now where that corner is blowing up the play before it even starts. He makes 3 guys miss, gets 2 yards. You make 3 guys miss on a screen, I think you should score probably. Here we have, let's see, another screen. I love this screen. Play action into the tight end slip screen. I think that's great. And we get ourselves some nice yards on that one. This screen right here is another example of our pre-snap reads. Immediately, this guy knows what's coming and is on this play quickly. I'm not sure who this even is. Noah Brown. Noah Brown doesn't even get a hand on him. I want to talk about this is the really good. Back to some good stuff. This is that final drive. We have a good throw here to get CeeDee Lamb open. One of the things I could see is, he's pushing over, he's feeling some pressure, and again, this pass is tipped, and we're still able to get to completion. Some of this game is luck. I think that's a little bit what happened here. Then we have this play. This guy is reading Cooper Rush. He's got his receiver that he's responsible for, but you can see his eyes are in the backfield. He's looking straight here. He does not trust or think that we're going to go deep here. He's always hedging his bets down towards CeeDee Lamb. We get the throw. Throw is a little short, and CeeDee Lamb comes back to it, and that prevents anything catastrophizing, anything catastrophous from happening. And CeeDee Lamb's got a nice catch there. So that's good as well. And there's another angle at that same play. This is his worst throw of the day. I mean, he hikes the ball and just throws it right into the ground. It's terrible. And this is his best throw. I think Cooper Rush's strength is probably throwing over the middle. I see it over and over again while I was watching this. He hits people over the middle in stride usually. And if he doesn't hit it in stride, there's probably a reason. So he's got a good middle throw for us. And he's going to hit Noah Brown here on this post and get us, 30 yards there. And we can see that from a different angle. And see just like a right in line. That's great. There's something similar that happened last year with Cedric Wilson in the Vikings game. That's all I got. Hope you enjoyed it. I am going to break down the next game sometime this week, which will be against the Giants, and that'll be it.